at your sister's wedding, there was an empty chair right in the middle, second row, where I should have been sitting there. People noticed, I'm sure they whispered, they glanced, they wondered where I was, if we still had a chance. But I was there, I was the empty seat, I was the space beside you that no one else could complete. I was the absence you tried to ignore, the gap in the road. I was the evidence that something was wrong, that you needed to know. I am the empty seat at the table of your life, the place where I used to sit, now vacant, now rife with memory. I am the chair pushed in, the napkin folded, the plate clean. I am the space where I used to be, the space I would have been. I am the empty seat, try not to look my way. You fill the table with other people, you laugh, you drink, you say that you're fine, but every time you glance at the chair where I should be, you remember I am the empty seat, I am the history. Become a professional at sitting in empty chairs, at parties, at dinners, at family gatherings. I'm the one who stares at the space beside me, the space that should be filled. I'm the one who's always seated, never filled. Go to weddings alone, now I sit in the back near the door. I clap when the couple kisses, I smile, I try not to be sore. But every wedding is a reminder that ours never came, that the empty seat at your sister's wedding has my name. I am the empty seat at the table of your life, the place where I used to sit, now vacant, now rife with memory. I am the chair pushed in, the napkin folded, the plate clean. I am the space where I used to be, the space I would have been. I am the empty seat, try not to look my way. You fill the table with other people, you laugh, you drink, you say that you're fine, but every time you glance at the chair where I should be, you remember I am the empty seat, I am the history. But I am not just an empty seat, I am not just a vacancy. I am a whole person with a whole life, and I am learning to be the one who sits at the table, not the one who is missing. I am learning to fill my own chair with my own presence, my own existence. I am the empty seat, but I'm not empty. I'm not a vacancy, I'm not a gap waiting to be filled. I am the one who chooses where to sit, I am the one who pulls out my own chair, I am the one who occupies my own space. With purpose, with peace, with me. I am the empty seat. No, I am the seat that is finally filled. Everyone writes songs about the one who leaves, the door slamming, the car pulling away, the heart that grieves. But no one writes about the one who stays, the one who wakes up in the same house, walks the same hallways, makes the same coffee, sits in the same chair, the one who has to live with the ghost of you everywhere. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who didn't go, I am the one who has to learn to live in the afterglow. I am the one who stayed, picking up the pieces you left behind. I am the one who stayed, trying to rewind the clock to a time before you walked away. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to say goodbye to you every morning when I wake up alone. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to own this house, this life, this heart that you abandoned. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who wasn't granted the luxury of leaving, of a fresh start, of a new address. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to bless myself with the grace to move on from the place where you left me. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to be me. You get to be the hero of your own leaving story. You get to tell people how you were brave, how you were glory in your departure. You get to be the one who chose. I am the one who was chosen against. I am the one who froze in the headlights of your goodbye. I am the one who watched you drive away. I am the one who stood in the driveway not knowing what to say. You get to start over, new city, new people, new life. I get to stay here with the memories, with the knife, picking up the pieces you left behind. I am the one who stayed, trying to rewind the clock to a time before you walked away. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to say goodbye to you every morning when I wake up alone. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to own this house, this life, this heart that you abandoned. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who wasn't granted the luxury of leaving, of a fresh start, of a new address. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to bless myself with the grace to move on from the place where you left me. I am the one who stayed, I am the one who has to be me. But staying is not weakness, staying is not losing, staying is choosing to face the music, refusing to run away from the consequences of love. Staying is brave, staying is what I'm made of. I am the one who stayed, and I am proud of that. I didn't run, I didn't hide, I didn't escape, I stayed. I dream in empty rooms now, vast and wide and bare. No furniture, no windows, no one else there. Just me standing in the center of the endless silent space. I walk to where the wall should be, but there's no wall, no face to stop me. I keep walking, but the room expands with every step. There's no edge, no boundary, no place where I can rest. I call your name, but the room swallows the sound. No echo, no response, just silence profound. I dream in empty rooms, the architecture of my grief. No corners to hide in, no shadows for relief. Just me and the vastness of what we used to be. I dream in empty rooms. I think you'd be surprised to see that even in my sleep I can't escape the space you left. Even in my dreams I'm alone, bereft. I dream in empty rooms, and when I wake I'm still there. Not in a room, in the emptiness, in the thin cold air. Last night I dreamed we were together in a room full of light. It was warm and full of furniture, full of color, full of life. You were sitting on the couch, reading your glasses on your nose. I was making tea in the kitchen, the way the story goes. And then I blinked and the room was empty. You were gone, the furniture vanished, the light dimmed, the warmth withdrawn. And I was standing in the white expanse alone again. I woke up reaching for you, my hand grasping at the wind. I dream in empty rooms, the architecture of my grief. No corners to hide in, no shadows for relief. Just me and the vastness of what we used to be. I dream in empty rooms. I think you'd be surprised to see that even in my sleep I can't escape the space you left. Even in my dreams I'm alone, bereft. I dream in empty rooms, and when I wake I'm still there. Not in a room, in the emptiness and the thin cold air. But last night I dreamed I was in an empty room, and I wasn't afraid. I looked at the vast white space and thought, this is the room I've made. Not for you, for me it's empty, because I haven't furnished it yet. It's not a void, it's potential, it's not a debt. I dream in empty rooms, but they're not empty more. They're waiting, waiting for furniture, waiting for color, waiting for light, waiting for me to decide what belongs. I dream in empty rooms, but I am not alone in them. I am with myself and I am learning that my own company is enough, is more than enough, is everything. I dream in empty rooms, but they are not empty, they are full of possibility. And I am the architect of what comes next. I dream in empty rooms, and when I wake I am not empty. I am full, full of dreams, full of plans, full of me. I dream in empty rooms, and they are mine, all mine. And I am not afraid of the space anymore. I am the space, and I am vast and wide and bare and beautiful. I am the empty room, and I am full. I stood on the shore of us, watching the tide come in, the waves of your indifference, the currents of your whim. I saw the water rising, saw it creeping up the sand. I saw it eroding the ground where we used to stand. I could have walked away, I could have sought higher ground, But I thought if I just held the line, if I just stood my ground, I could hold the ocean back, I could keep the water at bay. I thought my love was strong enough to keep the flood away. I held the ocean back with my bare hands, with my heart. I thought if I just loved you enough, I could stop us from falling apart. But oceans don't care about love, they don't care about will. They just keep rising, keep coming, keep taking until there's nothing left but water, nothing left but the sea. I held the ocean back, but it was never up to me. I held the ocean back and it broke me in the end. I held the ocean back. I thought that love could bend the tides, but love cannot stop the water. Love cannot hold the sea. I held the ocean back and it drowned me. I built walls of devotion, levees of desperate hope. I reinforced them with promises, with prayers, with the rope of our shared history. I thought if I just kept building, kept patching, kept trying to contain, the ocean would eventually tire, eventually retreat, eventually wane. But the ocean doesn't tire, it doesn't retreat or wane. It just keeps coming, keeps rising, keeps erasing the terrain. And every wall I built, every levee I designed was just another opportunity for the ocean to remind me. I held the ocean back with my bare hands, with my heart. I thought if I just loved you enough, I could stop us from falling apart. But oceans don't care about love, they don't care about will. They just keep rising, keep coming, keep taking until there's nothing left but water, nothing left but the sea. I held the ocean back, but it was never up to me. I held the ocean back and it broke me in the end. I held the ocean back. I thought that love could bend the tides, but love cannot stop the water. Love cannot hold the sea. I held the ocean back and it drowned me. I'm not holding the ocean back anymore. I'm letting it come, I'm not fighting the tide. I'm not trying to be numb to the water. I'm learning to swim, I'm learning to float. I'm learning that the ocean is not my enemy. It's just a mold. I held the ocean back, but I'm not holding it anymore. I'm letting it come, I'm letting it wash over me. I'm letting it carry me to wherever it wants to go. I held the ocean back, but now I'm swimming, and it turns out the water is not my enemy. It's not your indifference, it's not your currents, it's just water and I am not drowning. I am swimming, I am learning to move with the tide, not against it. I held the ocean back, but now I am the ocean. I am the tide, I am the current, I am the whoa. I am not holding anything back. I am flowing, I am free. I am the sea. The walls of this house are full of cracks, not from age, not from wear, from the impact of us, from the battles we fought there. There's a hairline fracture in the living room from the night you said my name like it was There's a long thin split in the hallway from the shame of the day you forgot our anniversary. There's a web of tiny lines in the bedroom ceiling from the countless sleepless nights I spent staring up, wondering where you were, wondering where we're wrong. The walls of this house are a map of our love, a cartographer's song. I paint over the cracks, I buy fresh cans of paint, rollers, tape, I spend weekends smoothing, covering, trying to escape the evidence of us. I paint over the cracks, a fresh coat of white. I think if I can just make the walls look whole, I might feel whole myself. I paint over the cracks, but they always reappear. They seep through the paint, stubborn, persistent, clear. I paint over the cracks, it's a losing battle, I know, but I keep painting, I keep hoping, I keep the brush strokes slow. The crack in the kitchen is the worst one. It runs from the ceiling to the floor. It appeared the night you told me you didn't love me anymore. I've painted over it a dozen times, maybe more. I've used perma, spackle, sandpaper, everything in my store. But every time I think it's gone, every time I think it's sealed, it reappears a thin, dark line, a wound that's never healed. I learned to live with it, this crack, this fissure, this break. I've learned that some things can't be painted over for our own sake. I paint over the cracks, I buy fresh cans of paint, rollers, tape, I spend weekends smoothing, covering, trying to escape the evidence of us. I paint over the cracks, a fresh coat of white. I think if I can just make the walls look whole, I might feel whole myself. I paint over the cracks, but they always reappear. They seep through the paint, stubborn, persistent, clear. I paint over the cracks, it's a losing battle, I know, but I keep painting, I keep hoping, I keep the brush strokes slow. But what if I don't need to paint over the cracks? What if I let them show? What if I fill them with gold like kintsugi and let the light glow through the seams? What if I stop trying to hide the damage and instead adoring it? What if I honor word, even though we're dead? I paint over the cracks, but today I'm not painting. Today I'm mixing gold dust with the spackle. Today I'm filling cracks, not to hide them, but to highlight them, to honor them, to make them beautiful. I paint over the cracks, but today I'm not fading. I'm fading in. I'm filling the cracks with gold. You wrote me letters in the beginning, long before text and emails, handwritten on paper with ink that never fails. To carry the weight of your young love, your earnest heart, I kept them all, these artifacts, these works of art. Your handwriting was messy, your spelling sometimes wrong, but your words were true, you're feeling strong. I used to read them often, trace the lines with my finger, I used to hold the paper to my nose, let your scent linger. Now I trace the fading lines of the last letter you wrote. The ink is getting lighter, the paper is wearing thin. The note is harder to read, your words are disappearing. One by one I trace the fading lines, trying to hold on to what you've done. I love you, you wrote in that messy, hurried hand. I will always love you, please try to understand. But the ink is fading, and so are you, and so is the memory of your voice. I trace the fading lines, I don't have another choice. I've tried to preserve them, these letters from my past. I've kept them in acid-free boxes, tried to make them last. But paper is fragile and ink is not forever. And love, even written down, is something we can't tether. The first letters, the early ones, are still bold and clear. Your passion was fresh then, your devotion sincere. But the later letters, the ones from the end, are faint and hard to read. Your love was fading then, and the ink shows the speed. Now I trace the fading lines of the last letter you wrote. The ink is getting lighter, the paper is wearing thin. The note is harder to read, your words are disappearing. One by one I trace the fading lines, trying to hold on to what you've done. I love you, you wrote in that messy, hurried hand. I will always love you, please try to understand. But the ink is fading, and so are you, and so is the memory of your voice. I trace the fading lines, I don't have another choice. But I don't need to trace your fading lines anymore. I don't need to preserve letters from a love that walked out the door. I have my own handwriting now, I have my own words to write, and they are not fading, they are bold and bright. I trace the fading lines, but I'm not tracing yours anymore. I'm tracing my own, I'm writing my own letters to myself, from myself, about myself. And the ink is not fading, it's fresh, it's bold, it's permanent. I trace the fading lines of your love, but I don't need your words to validate my story. I have my own pen, my own paper, my own ink, and I am writing a new chapter, one where you are not the subject, one where I am the author. I chase the fading lights, but I'm not looking back anymore. I'm looking forward to the words I haven't written yet, to the story I haven't told, to the ink that hasn't dried. I trace the fading lines. Goodbye, Hello, begin. I've become an archaeologist of our love, digging through the layers of us. Each stratum a year, each artifact a moment of trust or betrayal. I sift through the sediment of our time together, carefully brushing the dust from each memory, each feather of our shared flight. I catalog each find, date it, give it a name. The first date, fossil preserved in amber, still glowing with the flame of new love. The engagement shard, broken but still visible. The wedding relic intact but vulnerable. This is love's archaeology, the excavation of the heart. I dig through the layers of us, trying to find the start of the end, the fall line, the crack in the foundation. I excavate our history, searching for the explanation. Love's archaeology, I am the lead researcher, the only one on site. I work in silence, in solitude, in the fading light. I uncover the ruins of us, piece by fragile piece. Love's archaeology, the excavation we'll never see. The middle years are the deepest layer, the hardest to excavate. So much sediment has settled there, so much love, so much hate. I find fragments of laughter, shards of arguments, the debris of anniversaries and fights and quiet ordinary days with thee. This layer is the richest, the most complex, the most dense. It holds the evidence of our love and also the evidence of our neglect. I work slowly here, carefully with precision. Each artifact tells a story, each story is a division. This is love's archaeology, the excavation of the heart. I dig through the layers of us, trying to find the start of the end, the fall line, the crack in the foundation. I excavate our history, searching for the explanation. Love's archaeology, I am the lead researcher, the only one on site. I work in silence, in solitude, in the fading light. I uncover the ruins of us, piece by fragile piece. Love's archaeology, the excavation we'll never cease. But archaeology is not just about digging up the past, it's about understanding how civilizations last and why they fall. And I've learned enough from the ruins of us to know that I don't need to keep excavating, I don't need to discuss love's archaeology. I'm closing the dig site, I've found what I needed, I've learned what I could. Now it's time to stop excavating and start building, not on the ruins of us, on new ground with new materials and new design. Love's archaeology, I'm packing up my tools, I'm labeling the artifacts and putting them in storage, not discarding them, not denying them, just storing them. They are part of my history, but they are not my future. Love's archaeology, the dig is done, the report is written, the conclusion is clear. We were, now I am, and that is not a ruin, that is a foundation. foundation. I thought I was in love with you. I thought the feeling was real. I thought the ache I felt when you were gone was the genuine deal. But now in the clarity of distance and the honesty of your absence, I see that what I felt wasn't love, it was just for resemblance. It was love's pale imitation, a forgery, a counterfeit. I mistook desperation for devotion, habit for commitment. I thought the fear of losing you was proof that I cared. But fear is not love. Fear is just scared. This was love's pale imitation, a copy, not the real thing. It looked like love from a distance. It could almost pass, it could almost sing the song of true devotion. But up close, the flaws were clear, the colors were off, but lines were blurred. The feeling wasn't sincere. Love's pale imitation, I held it in my hands, thought it was gold, but it was just painted lead, a story I'd been told. Love's pale imitation, I've spent years collecting fakes. Now I'm ready for the real thing. Now my heart aches. How do I know what real love is? I've never felt it before. I've only felt the echo, the copy, the metaphor. I've only felt the need to be needed, the fear of being alone. I've only felt the desperate clinging to a love that was never my own. Real love, I imagine, is not desperate or afraid. Real love is calm and steady, a choice that's consistently made. Real love doesn't keep score, doesn't question, doesn't doubt. Real love doesn't leave you wondering what it's all about. This was a lost pale imitation, a copy, not the real thing. It looked like love from a distance. It could almost pass, it could almost sing a song of true devotion. But up close, the flaws were clear, the colors were off, the lines were blurred. The feeling wasn't sincere. Lost pale imitation, I held it in my hands, thought it was gold, but it was just painted lead, a story I'd been told. Lost pale imitation, I've spent years collecting fakes. Now I'm ready for the real thing. Now my heart aches, but how will I recognize real love when I've never seen the original? Will I know it by its weight, its warmth, its gravitational pull, or will I dismiss it as another imitation, another flake? I'm learning to trust my discernment. I'm learning to forsake. Lost pale imitation, I'm done collecting copies, I'm done settling for almost, I'm done with the counterfeit. I want the real thing, I want the real original. not in money, in hope, in faith, in trust. We built a fire, you and I, in the early days of us. We gathered kindling from our first days, our first trust. We added logs of shared dreams, of plans, of quiet nights. We fed the flame with our devotion, with our hopes, with our lights. The fire burned bright and warm, a beacon in the dark. We thought it would burn forever, this beautiful, sacred spark. We didn't know that fires need tending, need oxygen, need care. We didn't know that flames diminish when no one is there. Now all that's left are the embers of us, glowing low and red. The heat is gone, the light is dim, the flame is dead, but the embers still hold warmth, the remnant of the blaze. The embers of us still burning after all these days. I kneel beside them sometimes, blow gently on the cold. I remember how the fire looked when you were in control. The embers of us, not enough to warm a room, but enough to remember, enough to assume. I should let them burn out, these embers of what we were. I should scatter the ashes, let the wind take the fur of smoke and memory. I should walk away from the fire pit, start a new flame somewhere else, let the old one quit. But I can't seem to leave the warmth, even this diminished heat. I can't seem to walk away from the place where we would meet around the fire. I can't seem to accept that the fire is done. The embers of us are the only heat I've known since you've been gone. Now all that's left are the embers of us, glowing low and red. The heat is gone, the light is dim, the flame is dead, but the embers still hold warmth, the remnant of the blaze. The embers of us still burning after all these days. I kneel beside them sometimes, blow gently on the cold. I remember how the fire looked when you were in control. The embers of us, not enough to warm a room, but enough to remember, enough to assume. Embers don't last forever, even the most stubborn coal eventually turns to ash, loses its heat, loses its soul. I'm not kneeling here anymore, I'm standing up, walking away. The embers of us will fade on their own, I don't have to stay. The embers of us, I'm not blowing on them anymore. I'm letting them cool, I'm letting them ash, I'm letting them become what they were always meant to become. Fertilizer for new growth. The embers of us, I'm walking away from the fire pit. I'm not looking back, the warmth I need now found your grandmother's recipe card in the back of the drawer. Your handwriting messy the way you wrote it down before. You taught it to me, mama's lasagna, you called it your eyes soft with memory. You stood beside me in the kitchen, guiding my hands carefully. A pinch of nutmeg, you said it's the secret ingredient, don't tell. You laughed and I wrote it down, the culinary spell. I've made it 100 times since you left, maybe more. I follow your instructions, stand where you stood, open the same drawer. You're a ghost in the recipe, your hands in mine. The nutmeg, the ricotta, the slow, patient time it takes to layer the noodles, the sauce, the cheese. You're a ghost in the recipe on days when I'm ill at ease. I make your grandmother's lasagna, I follow your faded script. I taste you in every bite, in every drip of tomato and herb. You're a ghost in the recipe, only place you still come home to me. I don't even like lasagna, it was always your favorite, not mine. But I make it anyway, ritual, remembrance, a sign that I haven't forgotten you. Still matters, still exist in the steam rising from the baking dish. In the sauce I persist, and stirring the way you taught me, slowly, patiently, with care. I invited friends over once, served them your grandmother's fare. They said this is delicious, what's the secret? And I almost said your name, but I caught myself. The ghost in the recipe doesn't need the fame. You're a ghost in the recipe, your hands in mine. The nutmeg, the ricotta, the slow, patient time it takes to layer the noodles, the sauce, the cheese. You're a ghost in the recipe on days when I'm ill at ease. I make your grandmother's lasagna, I follow your faded script. I taste you in every bite, in every drip of tomato and herb. You're a ghost in the recipe, only place you still come home to me. Yesterday I made lasagna, but I changed the recipe. A little more garlic, a different brand of cheese, a new discovery. It was still good, maybe better, and your ghost didn't leave. It just smiled and said, go on, create, believe. You're a ghost in the recipe, I don't need to follow it exactly anymore. I add my own ingredients, my own touch, my own love. You're a ghost in the recipe, you taught me how to cook, but you also taught me how to create, how to experiment, how to trust on my own hand. You're a ghost in the recipe, I'm not making lasagna to remember you anymore. I'm making it because I like it now, I've learned to like it, not because of you, because of me. You're a ghost in the recipe, it's not your recipe anymore, it's mine, made in mine. And your ghost is just a memory in a spice drawer, and I don't need to reach for it to know that I can cook, I can cook, I can create, I can feed myself. You're a ghost in the recipe. Thank you for the nutmeg, thank you for the patience, thank you for teaching me that recipes are just beginnings. The roast is up to me. Your ghost in the recipe, I'm cooking now, and the kitchen is mine. We didn't scream, we didn't slam doors, we didn't throw blame. We just looked at each other, both of us knowing the game was over. You said, I think we tried our best, don't you? I nodded, I think we did, I think we saw it through. You didn't say it's not you, it's me. You didn't make excuses. You just said, I'll always be grateful for the time that reduces us to this moment. And I said, I'll always be grateful too. And we sat in silence, not sad, not angry, just true. This was a gracing goodbye, the kindness in the air. Not a fight, not a blame, not a wound that wouldn't mend. Just two people who loved each other, who tried their very best, accepting that love sometimes isn't enough to pass the test. The gracing goodbye, we didn't destroy what we had built. We just recognized that the foundation was cracked, that the guilt of staying was heavier than the grief of leaving, so we let go. The gracing goodbye, the most loving thing we'd ever know. You helped me pack my bags, you didn't rush or turn away. You folded my sweaters carefully, the ones I used to wear when you would say, I look beautiful. You handed me the box of photographs, the mixed CDs. You said, you should keep these, they're yours, they hold your memories. I took them and I didn't cry, not because I wasn't sad, but because the sadness was too deep for tears, too profound, too clad in gratitude. We had loved each other, we had tried so hard. And sometimes love isn't about winning, sometimes it's about discard. This was the gracing goodbye, the kindness in the air. Not a fight, not a blame, not a wound that wouldn't mend. Just two people who loved each other, who tried their very best, accepting that love sometimes isn't enough to pass the test. The gracing goodbye, we didn't destroy what we had built. We just recognized that the foundation was cracked, that the guilt of staying was heavier than the grief of leaving, so we let go. The gracing goodbye, the most loving thing we'd ever know. I don't hate you, I don't regret you, I don't wish we never met. I just know that our story was a chapter, not the whole set, and that's okay. That's more than okay. This grace, we gave each other the gift of a peaceful love and leaving place. Grace and goodbye, I didn't know it existed. I thought goodbye was always anger and blame and tears. But you taught me that goodbye can be gentle, that goodbye can be kind, that goodbye can be love in its own way. The grace in goodbye, we didn't destroy us, we honored us. We acknowledged what we had and what we couldn't keep, and we let go together with grace. The grace in goodbye, the grace in goodbye. Thank you for that. Thank you for the grace. Thank you for the goodbye. Thank you for the love that made the goodbye possible. The grace and goodbye, I will carry it with me into whatever comes next, and I will remember goodbye is not always the end of love. Sometimes it is love's final greatest expression. For you, I was a closed door, a locked box, a sealed vault. I kept my heart under guard, afraid of any assault. On my carefully constructed walls, I thought protection was the same as safety. I thought if I never let anyone in, I'd never have to face a maybe. Of laws I thought I was strong in my solitude, complete in my own. But I wasn't strong, I was just scared. I wasn't complete, I was just stone. Then you came with your gentle hands and your patient, persistent knock, and you didn't break my door down, you just waited at the lock. You were the love that broke me open, not with force, but with grace. You didn't shadow my walls, you just showed me the face of someone who could be trusted with the mess inside. You were the love that broke me open, the one in whom I could confide. You didn't fix me, you didn't try to make me whole. You just held the pieces while I put them back together, soul by soul. You were the love that broke me open, and I've never been the same. Not because you left me broken, because you taught me to name. I used to think that breaking was the same as being destroyed. I used to think that open doors meant being easily annoyed by the world. But you taught me that openness is not weakness, it's courage, it's the willingness to let the heart's uniqueness be seen. You taught me the walls don't keep out the pain, they also keep out the joy, the love, the rain. You taught me that breaking open is not the end, it's the beginning. It's the first breath after drowning, the first step after spinning. You were the love that broke me open, not with force, but with grace. You didn't shatter my walls, you just showed me the face of someone who could be trusted with the mess inside. You were the love that broke me open, the one in whom I could confide. You didn't fix me, you didn't try to make me whole. You just held the pieces while I put them back together, soul by soul. You were the love that broke me open, and I've never been the same. Not because you left me broken, because you taught me to name. And then you left, and I was open, vulnerable, exposed. The door you helped me unlock was left wide, and the wind blows cold sometimes, but I don't close it, I don't rebuild the wall, because open is better than closed, even when I take the fall. You were the love that broke me open, and even though you left, I stayed open. Not for you, for me, for the next person whom I wait patiently at my door, for the next love that might end with grace, for myself, because I deserve to live with my doors open, to feel the sun and the rain and the wind and the cold, all of it, because open is alive, closed is just existing. You were the love that broke me open, and I thank you for the breaking, not for the leaving, for the opening, for showing me that my heart is not a vault, it's a home, and homes are meant to have open doors. You were the love that broke me open, and I am still open, still vulnerable, still brave, still here. And that is is not broken, that is whole. We were a symphony, you and I, a four-cassette of sound. The strings were our tenderness, the reins our joy unbound. The brass was our passion, bold and bright, announcing our arrival. The percussion was our heartbeat, steady, strong, archival. We played together in perfect harmony, each instrument in its place. The conductor was our love, guiding us through time and space. We were composing a masterpiece, a symphony of two. And then you stopped playing, you laid down your instrument and withdrew. This is the symphony you ended, the music you left incomplete. The score is on the stand, the notes are on the sheet, but the orchestra is silent, the conductor has left the hall. The symphony you ended was our everything, our all. I pick up my instrument sometimes, try to play the melody alone, but a symphony needs more than one musician to be known. The symphony you ended, I hear it in my sleep, the ghost of our music, the memory I keep. The first movement was our beginning, allegro, bright and fast, two themes intertwining, a love that was meant to last. The second movement was our middle, adagio, slow and deep, the development of our devotion, the promises we'd keep. The third movement was the scherzo, playful, light and quick, the inside jokes, the silly dances, the moments that made us click. And then the fourth movement, the finale, should have been our grand conclusion, but you stopped playing in the third, you left me in confusion. This is the symphony you ended, the music you left incomplete. The score is on the stand, the notes are on the sheet, but the orchestra is silent, the conductor has left the hall. The symphony you ended was our everything, our all. I pick up my instrument sometimes, try to play the melody alone, but a symphony needs more than one musician to be known. The symphony you ended, I hear it in my sleep, the ghost of our music, the memory I keep. I'm learning to play solo now, it's different, playing alone, the melody is simpler, the harmony is my own. It's not a symphony, it's a sonata, a peaceful one, but it has its own beauty, its own rhythm, its own sound. The symphony you ended, I don't wait for you to pick up your instrument and rejoin the orchestra. I play solo now, I play solo now. You left in April, but you took the sun with you. You left in spring, but you made it winter before you were through. The calendar said May, but my heart said December. You left and I've been cold ever since I remember. You didn't just leave me, you left me in a climate of your making. You changed the atmosphere, the pressure, the temperature, the shaking of my bones. You didn't just end I love, you ended the season of warmth. You left and you took with you the reason. This is the winter you made, a permanent coating design. The frost in the window, the chill in my spine, the constant quiet crying, the gray against color. This is the winter you made, and I've been living in it for years. I've been wearing sweaters in July, trying to name myself someone, but the winter you made is persistent, deep and still. It doesn't respond to central heating, the blankets to will. This is the winter you made, and I don't know how to make it spring. I don't know how to unwinter the heart of everything. My friends say, but it's beautiful outside, let's go feel the sun. They don't understand that the winter you made is not one that responds to weather reports. It's an internal season, a climate of the heart, and it doesn't listen to reason. I see the flowers bloom in the trees, going green and tall. I see the people laughing, picnicking, having a ball, but I am in your winter, your landscape of ice and snow. I am the only one here and the only one who knows. This is the winter you made, the permanent coat you designed, the frost on the window, the chill in my spine, the constant quiet grind of gray against color. This is the winter you made, and I've been living in it for years. I've been wearing sweaters in July, trying to knit myself some warm, but the winter you made is persistent, deep and still. It doesn't respond to central heating, the blankets to will. This is the winter you made, and I don't know how to make it spring. I don't know how to unwinter the heart of everything. But even the longest winter eventually gives way to thaw. Even the deepest freeze eventually feels the law of spring. I felt it today, a crack in the ice, a drip from the eaves. The winter you made is not eternal, it's just a season that grieves. The winter you made, it's been years now, but I think I feel a thought, just a little, just a beginning, just a drip from the eaves, a crack in the ice, a crocus pushing through the snow. The winter you made is not forever, nothing is not even the cold you left behind. The winter you made, I'm not waiting for you in the spring. I am the spring. I am my own thought, I am my own sun. The winter you made, I'm melting it with my own warmth, with my own light, with my own hands. The winter you made, spring is coming and I am the spring. When you packed your bags that Tuesday, you took your clothes, your books, your phone. You took the photographs from the mantle, left the frames alone. You took the watch your father gave you, the the jacket you love best. You took the spare key off its hook, left the hook to rest. But you left the music behind, our records, our CDs, our playlists, our songs, the soundtrack of our years together, the evidence that we belong. You left them all in the cabinet, alphabetized by band. You left the music behind. You didn't even try to understand. You left the music behind. The songs we used to sing, the ones we danced to in the kitchen, the ones that made the room spin, the ones we played on road trips, windows down, singing off key, the ones we made love to, the ones that set us free. You left the music behind. Maybe it didn't mean to you what it meant to me. Maybe our songs were just background noise, not breakthrough, but I can't listen to them now. They're just reminders of what was. You left the music behind, and it's the heaviest thing because I try to make a playlist of new songs, songs you never heard, songs with no history, no memory, no unspoken word. But every song reminds me of something, a chord progression, a beat, a lyric about love and loss, about the pain of retreat. Music was our language, the way we said what we couldn't say. Play this one, you'd say, and I know what you meant in a profound way. Now the language is foreign, the words don't make sense. You left the music behind. You left me with the evidence. You left the music behind. The songs we used to sing, the ones we danced to in the kitchen, the ones that made the room spin, the ones we played on road trips, windows down, singing off key, the ones we made love to, the ones that set us free. You left the music behind. Maybe it didn't mean to you what it meant to me. Maybe our songs were just background noise, not breakthrough, but I can't listen to them now. They're just reminders of what was. You left the music behind, and it's the heaviest thing because, but music doesn't belong to us, it belongs to everyone. And these songs existed before we met, and will continue when we're done. I don't have to claim them as ours, I can claim them as mine. I can make new memories with these melodies, new associations, new lines. You left the music behind, but I'm reclaiming it, song by song, note by note. I'm taking back our song and making it my song. I'm dancing in the kitchen alone now, and it's different, but it's still dancing. You left the music behind, but music doesn't leave, it stays, it waits, it heals. You left the music behind, and I'm playing it loud, not as a memorial to us, as a celebration of me. You left the music behind, and I'm singing along, and my voice is off key, but it's mine, and it's enough, it's more than enough. It's music. I didn't notice at first, the lights seemed the same. The sun rose in the morning, set in the evening, played its game of brightness and shadow. I went about my days, didn't think to check the quality of the sunlight, didn't think you'd pack it in your duffel bag and trek away with it. But slowly I began to see The light was different now, it was missing something, it was missing thee. The golden hour wasn't golden anymore, it was just yellow, flat and thin. The morning light wasn't hopeful, it was just bright, a visual dim. You packed the sunlight in your suitcase. When you walked out the door, you took the warmth, the glow, the golden haze, and left me with the bore of ordinary brightness. You took the magic of the morning, the amber of the evening, the way the light would come adorning our home. You packed the sunlight, you didn't even leave a note, you just folded it between your sweaters, and out the door you flowed. Now the sun still rises, still sets, still does what it's supposed to do. But it's not the same, it's not the same without you. I've tried to find new light sources, I've bought lamps with special bulbs. I've chased the sun to different rooms, tried to rectify the gulfs of darkness. I've stood in windows at different times of day. I've traveled south where the sun is stronger, tried to find a way to replicate the light you took, but it's not the same. The light you packed was not just light, it had your name, it had your particular frequency, your specific wavelength, your unique hue. You packed the sunlight, and I don't know how to get it back from you. You packed the sunlight in your suitcase. When you walked out the door, you took the warmth, the glow, the golden haze, and left me with the bore of ordinary brightness. You took the magic of the morning, the amber of the evening, the way the light would come adorning our home. You packed the sunlight, you didn't even leave a note, you just folded it between your sweaters, and out the door you flow. Now the sun still rises, still sets, still does what it's supposed to do. But it's not the same, it's not the same without you. But today I noticed something, the light in my living room at 4 p.m. It wasn't your light, it was mine, it wasn't borrowed, it wasn't from him. It was just a light, ordinary, beautiful mind to receive. And it was enough, it was more than enough, it was what I needed to believe. You packed the sunlight, but you can't pack all the light. There's always more, there's always the sun doing its job, rising and setting, whether you're here or not. You pack the sunlight, but the sun doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to anyone, it just is, and I am learning to see it again. Now your version of it, just light, just warmth, just the ordinary miracle of day and night. You pack the sunlight, but I am finding it in other places, in a child's laugh, in a good book, in a friend's hug, in my own reflection, smiling. You pack the sunlight, but I am my own sun now, and I am rising, I am setting, I am shining, and my light is not packed away, it is here, it is here, it is mine. I woke up thinking it was morning, the light was soft and gray. I thought the night was over, that I knew I'd come to stay. I stretched and yawned and smiled, grateful for the reprieve. I thought the darkness had ended, that I could finally believe in light again. I got out of bed, opened the curtains wide. I was ready for the day, ready to step outside. But the light wasn't on, it was just the moon reflecting, just a false alarm, a temporary good dawn. You were a false dawn. I got out of bed for you, I opened my curtains, I believed the light was true. But the darkness returned deeper than before. You were a false dawn, and I'm still waiting at the door. I should've known better, I should've checked the time. I should've known that real dawn doesn't arrive before its prime. But I was so tired of the darkness, so desperate for the light. I would've believed any glimmer, followed any guide. You appeared on my horizon, soft and silver and low. You promised a new day, a new start, a new glow. And I believed you, I always believed you. That was my mistake, I thought your light was sunrise. It was just the moon away. You were a false dawn, a promise of light that never came. You tricked my heart into waking, into hoping, into naming a new day that never arrived. You were the glow on the horizon, but you weren't the sun. You were just the moon rising, rising. You were a false dawn. I got out of bed for you, I opened my curtains, I believed the light was true. But the darkness returned deeper than before. You were a false dawn, and I'm still waiting at the door. I'm not waiting for dawn anymore. I'm not waiting for the light. I'm learning to see in the dark, to navigate the night. I'm learning that I don't need false dawns to tell me day is near. I am my own sunrise, I am my own atmosphere. You were a false dawn, but I'm not waiting for the real one anymore. I'm not waiting for the sun to rise and save me. I am the sun. But I am the true day, and I have arrived. I used to think you were the rain, the water that made me grow. I thought your love was nourishment, the only way to sow the seeds of my happiness. I thought without you I'd wither and die. I thought you were the monsoon, the reason for the sky to open and bless me, but I had it backwards, you see. You weren't the rain, you were the drought. You were the dry spell in me. You didn't water my garden, you sucked the moisture from the ground. You didn't help me grow, you just watched as I became unbound. You were the drought, the long dry season of my heart. You took the water as saved and tore me apart. You drank my reserves, my hope, my faith, my trust, and then you blame me for the dust. You were the drought, you stood by while I withered on the vine. You say you love me, but you never gave me what was mine. To need you, and I kept waiting for the rain, but you were the drought, and the drought doesn't explain. I remember the early days when you seemed like a cool, clear stream. I drank from you eagerly, believing in the dream of abundance, but the stream slowed and stopped and dry. You became a riverbed, cracked and empty where nothing could reside. I kept digging open to find water deep beneath the surface. I kept believing that your love was worth this nervous effort. I thought if I just dug deep enough I'd find the aquifer, but you were the drought, there was no water, there was no cure. You were the drought, the long dry season of my heart. You took the water I saved and tore me apart. You drank my reserves, my hope, my faith, my trust, and then you blamed me for the dust. You were the drought, you stood by while I withered on the vine. You said you loved me, but you never gave me what was mine. To need you were the drought, and I kept waiting for the rain, but you were the drought, and the drought doesn't explain. I found water elsewhere, not from you, not from anyone. I've dug my own well, deep and steady, and the water has begun to rise. I am not dependent on the weather of your heart. I am my own aquifer, I am my own fresh start. You were the drought, but I'm not dry anymore. I have found water in the deep places of myself. I have dug my own well, and the water is cool and clear in mine. And the water is cool and clear in mine. You were the drought, but I am not waiting for your rain. I am my own weather, I am my own season, I am my own sky. You were the drought, but I am blooming anyway, not because of you, in spite of you. And my garden is green again, now watered by your love, watered by my own. You were the drought, but I am a making, and I'm falling on myself, and I'm going and I am thriving, and I am beautiful in the wet. You were the drought, goodbye to the dry, hello to the water, hello to the water, hello to the green, hello to me. You promised me forever, but you gave me homies forever instead. You gave me the almost husband, the almost life, the almost bed. You gave me the almost children with their almost names. You gave me the almost dreams, the almost flames. You didn't lie exactly, you didn't promise something false, you just didn't deliver. You just stopped the waltz mid-step. You left me in the almost and the nearly, in the close but not quite. You gave me almost forever, and almost forever is a different kind of night. You're almost almost happily ever after, the almost push and shove of eternity, or almost forever. I almost had it all, I almost had the life I wanted, almost caught the ball, but almost doesn't count in love, almost doesn't win. Almost is just a place where hope goes to die again and again. You're almost forever, I almost don't know what to do with almost. It's not nothing, but it's not forever, it's almost you. I become an expert in the grammar of almost. I know its tenses, its moods, its subtle ghost of meaning. I almost love you is not the same as I do. We almost made it is not the same as we made it through. I have a collection of almost, a museum of what nearly was. The almost ring, the almost vows, the almost. Cause I visit this museum sometimes, walk through the halls of the close but not quite. You're almost forever is the main exhibit, the brightest, saddest light. You're almost forever, the almost endless love, the almost happily ever after, the almost push and shove of eternity. You're almost forever, I almost had it all, I almost had the life I wanted, almost caught the ball, but almost doesn't count in love, almost doesn't win. Almost is just the place where hope goes to die again and again. You're almost forever, I almost don't know what to do with almost. It's not nothing, but it's not forever, it's almost you. I'm closing the museum of almost, I'm taking down the displays. I'm not collecting almost forevers anymore. I'm not spending my days in the halls of what nearly happened. I'm stepping out into the now, and the now is not almost, the now is here somehow. You're almost ever, almost stayed, I almost waited, I almost believed that almost was enough, but almost is not enough. Almost is just almost, and I don't live in almost anymore. I live in now, and now is not almost. Now is here, now is real, now is mine. You're almost forever, I almost let it define me, but I am not defined by what almost happened. I am defined by what is, and what is me. And I am not almost, I am fully, I am completely, I am entirely. I am not almost forever, I am forever me. And that is not almost, that is everything me. I still make tea the way you liked it, steep for exactly 4 minutes, not a second more. One sugar splash of milk, the water just before it starts to roar. I don't even think about it, my hands just know the way. They've memorized your preferences, archive them from our day. I pour the water over the bag, watch the amber bloom. The steam rises, and for a moment I swear I smell your cologne in the room. I wrap my hands around the mug, feel the warmth seep into my skin. And for a moment you're here again, for a moment I let you in. Your echo in the tea, the ghost of your taste, the sugar, the milk, the 4-minute wait, the unnecessary unnecessary haste to cool it down so you wouldn't burn your tongue. Your echo in the tea, the song that's still unsung. I don't even like tea, I never did. I drank it because you did. Now I drink it alone, and every sip is a riddle, a memory. Your echo in the tea. I should switch to coffee, but your echo in the tea is the only echo you left for me. My friends say, why do you still have that box of Earl Grey in the cabinet? You don't even drink tea, they don't understand the habit. It's not about the beverage, it's about the ritual, the routine. It's about the 4-minute wait, the steam, the in-between of then and now. It's about the way my hands still move on autopilot, still trying to please you, still trying to prove that I remember you, that you mattered, that you were here. Your echo in the tea is a ghost I hold dear. Your echo in the tea, the ghost of your taste, the sugar, the milk, the 4-minute wait, the unnecessary haste to cool it down so you wouldn't burn your tongue. Your echo in the tea, the song that's still unsung. I don't even like tea, I never did. I drank it because you did. Now I drink it alone, and every sip is a riddle, a memory. Your echo in the tea. I should switch to coffee, but your echo in the tea is the only echo you left for me. Today I made coffee black, no sugar, no milk, no 4-minute wait. I drank it fast, standing at the counter, and it tasted like freedom, not fate. I put the Earl Grey in the back of the cabinet, behind the oatmeal and the rice. I'm not throwing it away, I'm just not reaching for it twice. Your echo in the tea, I don't hear it as much anymore. The steam still rises, but it doesn't carry your scent. The mug still warms my hands, but it doesn't carry your touch. Your echo in the tea, it's fading like you.